You ruling the way that I move. Now breathe your air. You only can rescue me. This is my prayer. If you are mine, if you are mine, I wouldn't want to go.
Okay. And 3, 2, 1. Keep rolling.
No.
Keep rolling. No. I'll edit out later. My edit skills are phenomenal. Okay.
If not, they're gonna know you peed in bed. Hey everybody, and welcome to the Pull Up Experience Podcast Edition. Today we have episode 213.
Yes.
And you guys are in for a treat. We got me, of course you got Brandon. And who else we got?
And we have the also talented Miss Lacy Talley with us today. Thank you for coming on today.
Thanks for having me.
No, absolutely. And we joked around off camera. We were saying this. It's funny. I find it funny. It's not funny, but we were like, I looked at the date, and I seen we had scheduled with Lacy back in December, right? And you guys don't know this. It's May right now, right? And the word I said it's funny because people are like, y'all acting funny or whatnot. Like, no, like if it's anybody who's going to get a podcast as soon as possible, it's going to be Lacy.
Yeah.
So that just goes to show that it's a wait, but it's worth it.
Yeah.
So without further ado, Miss Lacy, how you doing?
So cool.
Listen.
It's a beautiful day.
Yes, it is. Yes. And we appreciate you coming on, taking your time out to be with our audience and just talk about your story, which is a great story, by the way. I know we talked a little bit about off camera, but I'm glad we don't talk about it on camera now. Yes, ma'am. So I like to start off every podcast, and I said to you on camera, we want to talk about your past, your present, and your future. So where did it all begin for you? If you had to claim a hood in Cleveland, what part of Cleveland are you say that is what made Lacy is?
I'd be 10-5 in St. Clair.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. All right.
Yeah, that's where I grew up.
Mm-hmm.
From like 10 to like 18, 19. But I grew up on 160th and Harvard.
Oh, wow.
Okay. Up the way. All right.
Yeah.
Okay. So all right. So and you had to school me on this. So I just assumed that you were just come out the womb making Picassos, Mona Lisas, left and right and whatnot.
Mm-hmm.
When it comes to artistry, was it just a natural gift or something that gradually happened?
It was a natural gift because my dad draws, both of my grandmas drew, cousin draws, so it's just passed along during the bloodline.
Okay. And then this another thing I didn't know about you though that I thought was phenomenal was that you are a woman of many talents.
Yeah.
And I know we talked about I know you weren't in fitness or whatnot. And I know you told me how growing up, and I made the assumption that you went to school arts. I just naturally assumed that was your school. So what high school did you go to?
I went to Glenville.
Shout out to Glenville.
Yeah.
Shout out to Glenville. And then even then, were you in school where people were like, let me copy off your artwork or whatnot?
No, Hawaii. I was really to myself in high school. Like I would play sports and stuff, and go home or go to Chipotle, then go home. So yeah. That was my high school days.
That's high school days. That's cool. So when you say your superpower activated for you? When did you say you embraced the gift that God gave you? When did that happen for you?
So the first time I noticed it, I was before kindergarten. And like back in the day when we didn't have computers in the house, we used to go to the library.
You saw her age now, Lacy.
A little bit. And I remember me and my mom, we used to go to the library all the time. And I was a fan of The Wiz. I just love Michael Jackson.
He's on the road.
Season. And I drew the scarecrow, and I showed it to my mom, and she was like, "Who drew that?" And I was like, "Me." And she's like, no, you didn't. I'm like, but I did. But I did. And I was like, even though I was younger, it was just like in that moment, I was like, oh, she didn't think I would do this.
Right,
I'm going
right,
to keep
right.
it going. Yeah, that was that moment.
So that was that moment. Okay. So that's when you was like, yes, I got it. But let me ask you this: when did you? So you knew in that moment that's when your power activated. But when did you know it was something that you wanted to do going forward? Like that you were like, this is my thing right here. I feel like it's two different things, right?
Yeah.
I think entrepreneurs, we know. Okay, this is. I knew for me, real estate was it when I was telling somebody how they can own a home with only $3,500, and it like would thought blew their mind. Like I was speaking a whole other language or whatnot. And I'm like, that's it for me or whatnot. So my question to you, when was that moment for you?
That moment for me, that was like the end of freshman year. 'Cause I went to Kent State, and my freshman year I was undecided. Because I was like, I'm just see what's going on and what like kind of avenue I want to go down. Like I always loved art. I know I wanted to do that. But at the time, like, family really don't understand the different avenues in art you can go down. I didn't either until I got to Kent.
I'm not gonna lie to you. I don't know the different types. We'll get into that a little later because I didn't know there's sculptures. There, and I'm gonna ask you, would you describe your type of art? Because you dabble a little bit of everything.
Yeah. So like during that freshman year, I planned on dropping out at Kent. And I was going to join the Army.
Really?
Yeah, I went through the whole process. I went to, what was it called, MEPS or MEPS. And I went through the test, and I was 1 pound overweight. And I feel like that was my sign to stay at Kent State.
Wow. So God was like, you know what? Not yet. No, right
now. Because like being at 1 pound over, I failed my test. And I would have had to wait like another 3 months to take it again. And the new semester was coming up. So I was like, I guess I'll just stay enrolled.
Right.
But it was that moment where I was just like, yeah, everything I would try to do, it was like bringing me back to art.
Okay.
So art is like, it's a unique form of expression, right? And every piece is different. What I like about you is you don't mind expressing yourself and then sharing your expressions. How did you get over the angst of sharing a piece of myself and then, having the opportunity to be criticized? Because not everybody can take that.
That's a question.
Thank you.
So you come to play today.
Yeah. I would say for me, it took time because like when I was growing up, I was always just like to myself, and I would just hold my things to myself. But then I was just like, I have a voice, and I have power in my voice. So why not share that with the world?
When did you find your voice? Because that is tough to break out of your shell. So everybody knows. So me and Brandon started Pull Up Experience because we also are introverts, and somehow we became social introverts for sure.
You ain't never lie.
Yeah, that was the whole point of this. Like, hey, let's have a regular conversation because we're not good at networking, and that it worked for us. But how did you like learn? Because you're what I like about you is you are unapologetically awesome, and then like when I can scroll to your page or even meeting you in person, there's just an energy about you. How did you like stop dimming light and like just share yourself?
I stopped dimming my light in a specific year. And that's when I chose to really just like isolate and get to know myself as a young woman.
I love that.
Yeah, because like I never took the time to learn the things that like I like, stuff that I like to do, the places I want to go. And it was like in that isolation period, like I learned myself, I dated myself, and it was just like it really amplified the energy that I had in me all this time to like share it with them. So yeah.
When you went through this journey, because that's a hard journey, introspection. It's amazing to have that introspection, but it's also a very scary journey because you are forced to face yourself and to admit things and then find a way to work through them. How was that journey for you? because in your pieces, all the answers are there, right? Like we look at it, it's beautiful. Even like the way you craft your social media and stuff like that. We look at it, it's like all the way put together, and then going through that journey kind of is like, okay, there's parts that can be a little adjusted, or I have to accept. How did you do that?
Wait, can you say it one more time?
Just working through the journey, because as an artist, what I love about creatives is you all have a beautiful way to work through stuff. A lot of times we always are like just like normal entrepreneurs, we're like just step by step, okay, just show me the method, tell me the steps I can do it. Whereas a creative has a free thinking mind, and it's like, I looked at it this way and I saw this and that's what I went with, versus us, we're like, hey, I need this one way and I can only do it the one way. And because you are free enough to accept that creativity, I want to share it, because a lot of people have it in them and are scared to embrace it.
Yeah. So when it comes to that, like being in that isolation period, it opens you up to a lot of different things. And like for me, like I would like get an idea and I would see like a whole way to like picture or a whole campaign out. And I've seen that for years, like ever since I was little, but I would never act on it. Not until 3 years ago. And I was like, you know what, let's see what happens when I, act on these visions. And here we are today.
Oh, I would have never thought it was only 3 years ago. That's a credit to you, because I would have never thought it was just 3 years ago.
So let me ask you this, because I feel like, so when an artist is artisting, right?
Yeah.
The creative process, right? Like some people, they have to listen to music. Some people, they'll, I don't know, hit a wall. I've seen some crazy stuff in my day, right? What is your creative process like before you start a project? What do you do to get your mind or your spirit in the right place to be able to create?
So when I create, I either like dead silence or or like instrumentals with no words. But if it is like, let's say, like for my Crystal Ladies, one specific piece, I listen to the Beyonce Renaissance album.
That's dope, though.
Yeah,
that's dope.
like it has to be like if I do listen to music with words, it has to be a consistent album. Because if it's like a choppy flow, my choppy art, I don't want that.
Wow. So you're kind of channeling what you're letting inside, not letting inside you, but like we're listening to, it comes through the art or whatnot. Wow. All right. So you ain't listening to Mike Jones, basically. You're not listening to Charlie School. Okay, I got you. Say less. Yes. No. I think that's dope, though. I think that's dope.
Too, right? His form of art is like failed comedy.
I am an artist, don't you? I am sensitive about my stuff. Do not come to me, okay? But no, I think that's dope. And let's talk about the form of art, because, like I said, I am a real amateur doing art. I didn't know there was different. There's minimalists. I had to look these things up. There's different types, right? I know, right? All right. So how would you describe your art? If you had to say my art is this, how would you describe your style art?
It's Afrofuturism mixed with surrealism.
I like that. Okay, so for the Brandons of the world, please explain what that means.
Yeah, I was. You got to before I did. I was straight coming for you. No, that's real. That's dope, though.
So for an example, are you familiar with Salvador Dali?
Yes.
So the Broken Clocks painting, that's surrealism. So it's like very dreamlike styles of painting. And then the Afrofuturism is kind of like how we envision ourselves in the future. So it's like mixing those two together. That's my style.
And that's a perfect way to describe.
Dope.
Yeah. I like that so much.
No, absolutely. Because I'm like, man, I think, you know how you hear something, like, dang. So I'm a visual person. Like, I hear something, I picture, and like I've seen your work. I'm just like, I see that. Like, it's surreal. Okay, all right. Now I feel like I'll be the person at the art museum doing this. Like, how does it make you feel? I'm like, yeah. But this is my next question to you, Lacy. Because think about it, like we talk about on camera, like you're a celebrity, okay? No, and this is what a lot of people don't know. This is what I didn't know that a lot of people know you for. They don't know you for your fitness journey and whatnot. So I want to talk about that, and then we talk about completely on camera. But I want to talk about how you started your fitness journey and how has that influenced your ethics or your work ethic in your art.
Yeah, so I started my fitness journey in 2021. It's coming out of not the best situation in life. You know, shit happens.
Yeah. Tight episode.
We know.
Nice one.
And it was like I started going to the Better Body Warehouse because like one of my friends was going. I was like, "How you like it? I see you jumping over there."
I was just gonna say, was that the trampoline ones?
Uh-huh.
Oh, I like them.
Yeah.
I should have known. Shout out to the Better Body Warehouse.
Yeah. But I started going there, and it's like I've been there ever since. It's going on 3 years now, and like with the like fitness journey, you really have to be disciplined,
Yeah.
and like you want to see like the results and the changes. So it's like we have a meal plan, and we have to abide by. We gotta come to class.
I'm out. Once you send me a well plan.
No. Well, it was like, as an adult, that was the first time I ever was disciplined consistently.
Yeah.
And then like having that discipline within my fitness carried on to all the different aspects of my life. So it was like, I'm disciplined in how I run my art business. I'm disciplined in how I show up for people and how I show up for myself.
Oh, come on now. God, sorry, my bell. Was working all right? That's good though. That's real good.
Yeah.
And we say it's because of the environment that you're in, because you're in a different environment around other people trying to pursue the same thing. We say being in a different environment or just having a difference in routines will help that. So, like you said, you went, what's it? The
Better Body Warehouse.
yeah. Being around those people who are all trying to pursue the same goal, trying to get fit. Would you say that helped?
Oh, absolutely.
Oh, okay.
The community there is stellar.
Mm.
We hang out outside of the warehouse.
Okay.
wow.
So,
That's what's up.
yeah, and it's a very supportive like group of women that I appreciate.
I love that.
My honey buns.
So one thing I heard you say was my community is supportive. How did you build your community around your art or around your business period? Because what I like about your art is less of a hobby and more of a business. And you can see that transcending, like as we watch your journey and we hear about it, obviously, there's so many things that are just happening, whether you're manifesting it or working hard for it, is working, whatever it is. How did you or how do you continue to build your community?
So how I started with building my community because when I went to Kent, I moved back to Cleveland in 2019. Yeah, and it was like even though I grew up in Cleveland, I never experienced it as an adult. So it's kind of like starting over.
Yeah.
And it was like I moved back. You know, things were cool. Pandemic.
Yeah, I guess so. Yeah.
That's a crazy transition right there. Pandemic.
You know, it was like at the time, like a lot of my friends they smoke. I don't, and I would make like ashtrays for them, just like as gifts, and they would love it. So then I was like, they was like, we should start selling these, and I was like, okay, let me see how it goes. So then I started making ashtrays and selling them because like during the time of the pandemic, there's a lot of pop-up shops like everywhere.
Oh yeah.
So I feel like that's how I got kind of like my group of people who like my art, who still like the ashtrays, because like a lot of people smoke.
Yeah.
And it's like a common thing like people would say was like, I went to my friend's house and I saw your ashtray on their table. I was like, my heart. I was like, that's how it started. And then just really being in the art community and just like supporting other people's events, like that's so important. You know, like to show up and
that's real.
Be present, because it's like we literally all have to support each other. Bro,
hit that twice because I usually don't let Brady.
Yeah, it was so good. And twice.
Yeah, that was actually really good.
Absolutely.
So when it comes to support and engagement, how do you best like to be supported as an individual, but also as a business owner? How can somebody best say, outside of obviously make a purchase, what are some things that you like where people are like, you know, what are some ways we can support, period?
I would say definitely like word of mouth holds so much weight.
Yeah.
Resharing things, posting things. But I'll say word of mouth is the main one.
Yeah.
So like I host I am affirmation papers and classes, and this is almost coming up on a year of me doing it consistently.
Shots of miles, man.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And oh shoot, I lost my track.
Support affirmation.
Yes.
Okay.
So, I remember one time it was a woman. She had came and it was just like one of these classes. It was just me and her. So it was like a private session.
Oh, cool.
And it was like the next time she came, because she really enjoyed the class, and she came. But the next time she came, she brought like her whole family.
Oh,
So it's just like word of mouth really is important, especially when it comes to like art.
Yeah.
You know.
Let's go. So let me ask you this, because we talk about the camera.
Mhm.
The term starving artist is a literal term that people talk about when they talk about we're not claiming that, but
No.
that's what people think about artists starving. So I'm gonna talk about your first few days. Like I know you saw the ashtray, but when did you understand the importance and just the principle of your art being worth money or whatnot? Like that I can make money off my art. When did that happen for you? Right. Because I feel like because with creators, like I'm not a creator. Well, you know what? I am art. Let me stop saying I am an artist in here. I'm gonna say it on this podcast because the podcast is a form of art.
It
You're right.
is.
You know?
Well, I know where you was going.
Yeah, you know,
You going back home. You going
no.
back home.
And shout out to Victoria, Victoria from Selling the Art. She told us that. She the one who told us that. She said our podcast is a form of art. You know. So let's talk about that because like I think there's some young man or some young ladies watching right now like, Mom made this metal thing or whatnot, and the people are telling them she does a great job with it. They want to buy it or purchase it or whatnot. So let's encourage that young lady or young man right now.
So that you said that moment where I thought.
So the days because it's one thing to create, but then to create for the purpose of selling, not selling. Know what I want to say when it comes to artists? Because no one wants an artist like I'm making this art for the notion, for the dollar, right?
Well, there is some artists out there like that. Yeah.
Okay, I didn't know that.
Yeah.
That's the artist I would be. I'd be like, can we make 20 of these pieces right here?
Oh. Yeah, I feel like because it was a two-part question in there. I heard a two-part.
Yeah, right. No, I want to. If anything, I want to get from this question is, when did you realize you can make money? You can make money from your art. Then I'll ask my other question.
I realized I can make money from my art at camp. That was the first time I sold one of my directional paintings.
Oh, awesome.
Yeah, and it was like a huge painting, and one of the young ladies who went to camp, she purchased it, and I was like, oh my gosh. And she still has to this day.
Yeah. She also
She
makes
had
the original.
Yeah.
Okay.
So it was like that moment I was like, oh yeah.
Yeah.
Going.
What's the feeling come with that? Like, I know if it was me, I'd be like, I did that.
I did. Yeah. It was originally the first piece was like a smaller like watercolor and color pencil piece, but she wanted it as like a bigger painting. So I took my time with that painting.
This is a great time in Cleveland tonight, and I think what we look at is black excellence on display right now.
I feel blessed. From the moment I walked in the door, I heard Mr. Wheaton and congratulations and everything. Now all the way up to upstairs, same thing, man. It's a blessing.
I am feeling really grateful, very blessed. It's just an amazing experience to be able to be in the room with so many amazing people and people that are game changers and world changers. That's breaking bread and making businesses in Cleveland, Ohio.
This is a night like for the books for not only Cleveland but Ohio. I'm so proud of Tenora.
Crushed up ornaments and stuff on it.
Wow.
For like the stained glass feel. Yeah, that was
Okay. All right. But let me ask you this. So then this is kind of goes to my next question, because like, do you as an artist feel like if I'm only creating art for the sake of money, does that make me less of an artist?
No, it doesn't make you less as an artist, but it's like, what's the intention behind it? It's really all about like the intention you put behind your pieces.
Yeah.
Because if you're just going to it for the money, it's not the purest intention.
Yeah.
You know? Because you're not doing it for the love of the art.
Yeah.
Doing it for the dollars. And that's cool if you want to do it, but
Yeah.
you know what's going to come with it.
Okay. Okay. So I don't know why I'm just thinking Kendrick and Drake. This guy, this came to mind. Cause think about it. I was thinking, cause Drake is known to be a paid artist from his works, right? Kendrick does it for the art, right? And people say all day, every day, Kendrick is the better artist, right? And then you gotta give Drake his credit because he knows how to make hits, right?
Yeah.
And I bring it up because like I was once again doing research. I'm a journalist, right? Van Gogh didn't start getting recognized for his work until later on in his life, right? And that's why it happens to most artists. No, most artists don't get recognized for their work in their lifetime, right? And if I'm an artist, do I take that in the notion as I'm creating art, like I want to make it so it can get sold real fast? Like I'm not an artist, so I'm trying to think about the creative process that you as an artist would take in that notion.
So my creative process, because I create from what I'm feeling. Like I don't create from like, oh yeah, this is a trending art thing. Let me paint it.
Okay.
And it's like,
okay.
Because it's like my heart won't be in it. I would just stop. Put the paintbrush down.
Okay.
You know, it's just like it's just not something I care for. It's not like an original idea.
Okay. Listen, I'm learning. I know me. I'm about this money. I'm like, this one sold. Let me make another one.
But the amount of money you can make from that original idea, I feel like it'll be a lot more than the trendy stuff. Because it's just one of a kind versus all these copies.
Ooh, okay. I like that.
Now, how do you, since we're on the subject of monetization, how do you first make sure that you are priced appropriately, but also not bury value in work? You know what I mean? Like, because you're invaluable. You know what I'm saying? And it's just, hey, at this time, in this moment, I feel like this piece is worth this. Not that anything I do is going to be always this. And, the best time to get on a plane is before it take off. So you'd be best to buy it now. But how do you, as an artist, especially for any of our newer artists, whether they're young or older and starting to jump in the creative space, how do you monetize your pricing? Like, how do you pick your pricing strategy?
Yeah, so I lean heavily on my mentors and on my peers who've been doing it longer than I have.
Yeah.
Just to have like a reference point on like how much to charge for a print. How much do you charge for a screen print? How much you charge for a screen print with paint? And it's all different things that like you really have to find a mentor to lean on. Like you can do a Google search, but it's so much more beneficial to have that human to human contact.
Right.
You know.
That's good. So because what I know about art is that the value is in the person who's trying to purchase it. Because one person might see it as like, oh, it's only worth $100. Someone might see it like that's worth $1 million or whatnot, right?
Yeah.
Like it's like the eye of the beholder type work deal. And like I know me as an artist, I'd be like, $1 million, okay, man. It only took me 10 minutes to make that, but okay.
So some of the things I don't think that's often spoken about, like what goes into the art, is like the amount of time, the experience behind it, the materials, because materials
They cost.
they costly. Resin?
The cost of the art. It's not an episode. The cost.
Yeah, it really is a thing. Like you said, canvases, all the different mediums that you want. So I can see that because that's your cost of good stuff, plus your time.
The time, yeah, expertise. You know what I'm saying? Like
Expertise.
these things that I think a lot of people don't take consideration. Like, and I'm glad you asked a question. I was gonna ask that question next. Like,
Right.
I promise you I was. Cause like, how do you gauge that? Like, I'm glad you said it. Cause I'm gonna ask you who are you? Who you when you went so mentorship, and that's one thing I say that we talk about quite a bit on the show, right?
Mm-hmm.
Having a mentor is the best life hack or business hack you could ever do.
Yeah.
When you were looking for your mentor, or when you not even looking, how did you find your mentors? Because that's the question I'm pretty sure everyone's like, how did you find your mentors?
So there's a few ways you can go about like finding your mentors. Really, before you do anything, you have to sit down with yourself and identify and assess what you want out of a mentor.
I'm sorry, I did that one time. That's good.
And it's like, what would you want out of a mentor, and what are the things that you're seeking? And then you find the people who are already in those positions and just like reach out to them.
That's good.
You know?
That's good.
I have like a team of mentors. We have a team of mentors.
I got you. Yeah, I got
like mentors for like my graphic design background, mentors for like my painting background, mentors for like the financial aspect of my business. You gotta have a variety. You can't just. What I learned when I went to Kent, because I only had one mentor, and he passed away before I got to graduate, and I like depended on him for like everything. In that situation, I learned that like it's important to have multiple mentors, not to just heavily rely on one.
Yeah. Now have your eggs all in one basket. I get it.
Yeah.
I respect it. So let me ask you this. So I want to make sure that someone leaves here encouraged tonight. Some of the first few pieces, right? Because I feel like it's like when the kids saw her wine. I remember I asked her one of the questions. I asked her like, well, how the first couple of things of wine taste? When you bring your first pieces, what were those like? Like, how did you find like this is not my style, but like I want to do it this way? Did you still have those pieces by the way? The pieces that you're trying out your practice pieces, yeah.
At my mom's house.
Okay.
Yeah, they're up in the attic. When I would say that I was trying to find my style. I think my style found me.
Title of the episode, Steve, and I ain't never heard one. That's a title. That's fire. Woo! That's good.
But yeah, like you just like it found me, like the different things that I like to put in pieces. It was just like, oh yeah, just do this. And you just have to be open to it, you know, and be a vessel and be just ready to receive.
We're gonna make some money, Lacy. We'll talk at the show. We'll put on a t-shirt. That was a straight bar.
So creatively, a lot of creatives get into it starts to feel like work. It's less like this is my happy place and more like this is my have to do place, and it becomes a juggle. How do you manage that? Because those stresses do come in business, and I think some of us, we ease through it with consistency, but almost to the point where people don't realize it's hard to be consistent sometimes. Like I just don't feel like it.
Yeah.
How do you deal with those days?
So with those days and those moments, so I set different tasks at different days to try to avoid like that and like the burnout. So Sunday. Sunday is like my planning day. So I plan out the week on Sunday. I plan out my intentions, and I clean my house. And and like I draft my emails that I want to send throughout the week. Then Monday is like the administration day. So it's like I work on my website, my online portfolio, the stuff I'm going to post on Instagram. Tuesday is usually like the creative day. So it's like moving on my iPad, sketching, painting. Wednesday, people, we're going to see what happens that day. Thursday is usually like the days where I would go to like art therapy just to decompress. Yeah, so it's like it's still in my creative, juices, but it's like that's kind of like my day.
Yeah, for me.
And then Friday, it's like admin part 2. But it really just depends on which season I'm in, because like summer and winter have different focuses. So like for summer, it's more like mural and workshop heavy. And then like winter, it's more like painting, submissions for different types of grant
Which makes sense,
opportunities.
especially with the weather. Yeah. So I love that you time block because people don't understand that. Not a lot of people understand the importance of having a schedule and being able to. What I love that you said is I start with intention, and you do the affirmation paint instead. And I thought that was so dope that because you operate with intention, and like I said, the manifestation of it all is amazing. We're all able to see how it's being able to come together. What are some what are some tips for intentionality? Because a lot of us say, hey, we want this or I want to do this, but we really don't know how to go about it correctly. So what are your tips for people who want to start moving with intention?
So for people who want to move with intention, it really comes with like sitting down with yourself and assessing what you're about to do next. So like let's say, I'm trying to think of an example. Let's say
So we came to questions today, Lacy.
you did. I like it. So let's say it's Sunday, right? And it's like I know how to act. Putting it into
yeah,
words. People
No.
are struggling with setting intention. It's just like really, like even before you get in your car, like you set the intention to make it to your next destination safely. You set the intention of and like being like showing gratitude. It's like, oh, I'm thankful I'm able to put gas in my car to get to where I want to go. And it's like saying those, like it may be small, but it's like saying those little things to yourself really can like amplify it.
Yes.
And I also want to go back to the schedule part because like one of the things that I practice is like I don't know the exact name of it, but it's like you will work for like an hour straight, like no phone, and then you would take like a 15-minute break.
Oh, what is that
Is it
Time
called?
blocking.
It's time blocking. Oh, so like that's what I would do. But then I would like depending on what task I'm doing, so I would do like an hour of work, 15 break, hour 30 of work, 20 break, and just keep going.
Rewarding yourself pretty much. Like rewarding yourself.
Yeah.
And freeing yourself from those distractions too, probably.
So I do the other way around. 15 minutes of work, hour break.
Wait.
So your mind a little bit different.
Oh, no.
You need to sit with yourself.
That's what I discovered. I just tell I don't like working. You know what I'm saying? So I reward myself for the work I do.
Now that's a great question because usually people buy your work to reward themselves. How do you reward yourself when the work is done and we've exchanged this?
You trying to outdo me today, huh?
No, she's just easy to ask questions to.
No,
She's a really dope person.
Thank you. How I reward myself with food. I love food.
What type of food?
Sushi. Oh my god. The onigiris from Ice and Rice. That's one of my favorites. It's so good. It's a newer spot, and they open up. It's like 34th and Payne or 38th and Payne.
Oh, down. Okay.
So if you're a preacher, but I reward myself to like food, going on walks, disconnecting, just being with myself.
Like that.
It's necessary.
Can you tell how?
It's necessary.
Work is my connection. No, I'm just so playing. No, I gotta get better now. And that's good though. Like, and I love that you're a perfect example of what happens when you can create when you take the time out for you. So shout out to you.
Yes.
So I want to talk about the business part, right?
Yeah.
Because I think that's a part that I feel like a lot of people are gonna watch this and like want to learn more about because it's one thing to be a creative, but it's another to build a business around that. You have done that. So what advice you give somebody who is starting out with their art and they're like, I don't know the first step I need to take to be able to create a business around this art?
So when you first start, you gotta, see what kind of art you want to make. And then determine how you want to share with the world. And then determine like what your story is. Like, what's the reasoning behind what you're creating? What's your intention? Like that's like the first thing to start with, and then showing up in spaces that you want to be a part of. So
That's a good one.
Yeah, I'm sorry. Yeah.
I'm sorry.
Do you want this thing? You heard? It's loud too. Y'all talking about me.
That was so good. I'm sorry. I didn't cut you.
But yeah, like you really have to like step outside of yourself and like not do the things that you're comfortable with, because comfortability will leave you where you're at. You have to leave.
Title episode. Thank you, Steve. My man. That's what I'm talking about. That's good right there. Woo! That's good.
Yeah, you gotta step out of your comfort zone so you can move into the new version of yourself. And what also helps is like, and at this beginning stages is like writing out what does that version of yourself look like. And that just goes not just for like just the business part, just like everything.
Yeah.
But like, where do you want your business to go? Like, what type of collectives do you want to attract? What standards do you set for yourself as an artist? What are some things that you aren't willing to negotiate on? Especially as far as like prices, because it could get spooky out here. So,
wow.
Yeah.
And I love that what you just described doesn't just apply to artists though. This is
period.
business 101 right here.
I love the standards and boundaries part. Even I like you said, who do I want to surround myself with? Because at some point in your journey, it had to, especially as a creative, and I know being family of creative, like my cousin, she's a glass blower. And it's hard to accept, like, because we don't see us in those spaces often, but she's like traveled the world, cruise ships, as like the lead glass blower. Shout out to Kayla. But I think that was amazing that she stepped out on that, because it's hard for a lot of people who don't get art to I don't know, support you guys in a way that you need to be supported when you are first starting. Because it's easy for us to plant a seed, and it's tougher for you all to, you know, kind of recognize that seed was a weed and pull it instead of letting it bloom. So how did you navigate that process? Because you do have to get around like-minded individuals, but there's certain people, inevitably, it's like either you're going to get left behind, or I'm just going to have to listen with love and do what I want to do.
That's a beautiful question. So the way that I pulled those weeds out, it came with that isolation. I wrote down like when it came to like having people around me and friends, the things that I would tolerate and the things I won't tolerate, I guess friendship, and really just setting just like a list of standards of things that I would want in a friend. And if you didn't, I don't want to say if you didn't make the list, you're out, but it was just like.
You're talking language now, lady.
I love from a distance.
Yeah.
I love y'all still, just from a distance.
Yeah,
I love me too.
like, it's like when you're in a space where you tolerate so much negativity, and then you realize like life ain't gotta be like that. As soon as you see something come up, it's like you address it, and it's like if it happens again, all right. You're eliminated. So, yeah. But
yeah, because like I said, so many people, it's easy for us to, like I said, we plant those seeds, and sometimes they're great seeds of encouragement, but a lot of times they're really not seeds of encouragement. It's like we only see from our limited self-belief, you know what I'm saying, or our limited perspective of what life could or should be, and you know, we kind of self-impose that, and that breaks creativity. It kind of ruins what creatives do on a natural basis, and I wouldn't hate for us to do that continuously, but I've seen it happen before, and I'm so glad I've seen people persevere through that process, regardless of what other people had to say, including yourself.
Thank you. It took time. Oh my goodness.
No, listen, and I'm gonna say, we see it because it emanates from you. Like, and that's dope. Listen, don't play with me. Question, Lacy. When it comes to misconceptions, people have misconceptions about artists all the time. Like, what do you feel like is the biggest misconception people have about you as an individual, but they have for artists overall?
That I smoke.
Wait, but then Stacey said what they're like, smoke.
Everybody think I'll be high. I'm just happy.
Natural high.
Yeah.
That is funny, but I can see that. Cause I would.
Yeah, I feel like that's the biggest one.
Yeah, for both artists and for you.
Yeah.
Okay. So y'all start offering Lacy to smoke. Yeah, she don't want it. She don't want none of your smoke. Okay. That episode. No more smoke for Lacy.
No more smoke.
No, it's funny. No, but that's what's up. I mean, I'm not gonna lie to you. I thought all rappers, artists, any creative, they needed that conduit to embrace their creative side, right? You like, I don't need none of that.
Yeah.
Okay. No, that's dope though. That's
Just
dope.
need air.
Yeah. Okay. All right. Spend a day, Lacy. Okay. Yeah, absolutely. So we talk about the past, talk about the present, talk about the future. What does the future hold for you and for your art?
Cracking knuckles.
Listen, look, I do it so I'm doing so long, like it's a little part of me.
So for the future, I really love doing like installation work and working.
I'm sorry, Marquita looked like she didn't know what that was. You
Boy,
gotta explain. You gotta
ooh.
explain that.
You want to be to the front so bad. All into it.
But I love doing like cool experiences, just like centered around art. So I have a partnership with Maker's Mark for their art soul program.
Get out! I didn't know they had that.
Yeah, it's very new. And they highlight emerging Black leaders within their communities making a difference.
Come on, hit that one time.
And it was 6 of us in total, and I was the artist to represent Ohio. And
That's dope.
Thanks.
That's dope.
And so for our partnership, it really just gave us creative freedom. Me and the diplomat, Vanessa Jones. And so I also, what we did, we traveled to 3 different cities. We went to Cleveland, Columbus, and Cincinnati, and we put on different shows. So I also sing and I live paint at the same time.
What?
Yeah.
You are just a woman of many talents.
Yes, that's really art.
Thank you. And me and my friend Khalil, just called, he's a poet.
Oh, shout out Khalil coming on.
Yeah. Oh, nice.
Khalil's coming on, so yeah, shout out to Khalil.
Cool. And we curated a show together called Nucleation. So are you familiar with the process of a crystal becoming a crystal?
No.
I know, but explain for her.
That's what I deal with.
So a lot of majority of my recent work is like based around crystals. So
Can't sell your home and tired of carrying that load? Drop the house. Gutter Properties will buy your house as is with offers up to $300,000. Need serious repairs, liens, taxes, or judgments? We'll work through your unique situation to get that house off your back. During your free, no-obligation appraisal, we maintain social distancing and take every precaution to ensure your experience is safe. Drop the house. Gutter Properties. Call us or visit gutterproperties.com today.
the process of a crystal becoming a crystal is called nucleation. And it's a new structure via self-assembly or self-organization. And that's where I felt like I was as a young woman and as an artist when I curated this show. And I really just wanted to capture myself and how I was moving into my
so
nucleation.
amazing. I love that.
Thank you.
You encourage me. I want to make some artwork now. I'm about to start making some artwork. You know?
The story behind the art matters because that is amazing. Okay, so tell us all about these shows.
Yeah, so we performed we did one in Cleveland at Lagos last year, and then we did another one in in Columbus at Goose Creative. Hey, Sarah. And it was just an amazing experience. It was like it started off like, I created like a playlist that goes on all like my journey that I went through during that year of like isolation and stuff. And like the playlist talks about my journey. Khalil shares his poetry that goes along with it. And it's like I paint a piece as the poetry and the music is
cool. I like that.
Yeah, there's no stuff going on in Cleveland. You didn't even know.
I didn't know. I would have been there. I love that for sure.
But the fusion of all the different collaborative creatives coming together to make a unique piece of art. That's dope.
Even the crystallization process, like the name of it, all the way down to the name, it just, I like that. You could teach Brandon something.
She taught me a lot tonight. I don't know. I ain't gonna lie to you. I'm like, I feel like I'm gonna leave out today. I'm gonna be out here like, I see. All everything's art now. You know what I'm saying?
We got to those. We specialize.
Right. So save the questions, right? Yeah. Okay. So we got that, and I just want to thank you, Lacy, because once again, like,
Yes, thank you.
yes, because like, I met Lacy on the panel, and I was like, man, we gotta get her on the
He did. He absolutely did.
Yeah, no, because like, not only is a unique, dope person, you know what I'm saying, but the story is dope. Like, every time I promise you, every time I go to Instagram, I'm like, dang, Lacy, okay. All right, Lacy doing her thing. No, so yeah, I'm appreciative of you of coming on our wonderful podcast.
Of course, it's been a great time.
Okay, I'm about to say, so we're gonna get into some stable questions, right?
You said stable questions?
Yes, ma'am. Some questions that we ask everyone, because I love these questions because that too. She's right, she ain't lying. But I love the unique answers that we get, though, right? And I feel like yours is gonna be even more unique than everyone else's. So you just described about collaborative effort you had with Khalil, right? Mm-hmm. In your opinion, well, let me just say this: Cleveland's not known for collaboration. It's not, unfortunately, right? You go other places, I'm pretty sure they're more collaborative than us in a certain sense. How do you feel like we change the narrative of Cleveland not being a collaborative place? How can we change the narrative of Cleveland not being a collaborative place?
Shed your ego. Shed the ego. Because it's like, why is it there? You know?
Right.
It's just like, we're all here, we're all young, we're all creative. Let's make some beautiful stuff. Yeah. You know? It's like
let's create some creative stuff like this. Yeah. Look at a t-shirt. Yeah. We got a whole lot of t-shirts we just gotta make, man.
Yeah.
That's dope right there. Okay, so let me ask you this. With that being said, because I know they watch it. I know you watch it. Who was somebody you would love to collaborate in the future?
Just in Cleveland or just in general?
Just in general.
Beyonce.
Ooh, I know Beyonce watches. I'm like questioning that. So you know what, Queen B? You know what I'm saying? Come holler at Lacy. Come on.
Beyonce, hands
down.
Oh, she inspires me so much. Like both Act 1 and Act 2 Renaissance, stellar. But Act 1, something about that.
So Act 3. You know what I'm saying? You know, just making art with music, you know? No,
that's so amazing.
Maybe I, paint at her next event.
Okay. Listen, I know you watching Beyonce. You try to see what's going on in Cleveland.
Set intention and
Absolutely. We need to start saying that on the podcast more. Beyonce, come on, when you come to Cleveland, come holler at us.
Yes.
When you point to University of Lacy.
I'll pull up to you. If you tell me where you're gonna be at, we can come and pass security. I'm coming.
Listen, we got David Shannon come to Cleveland, so we don't get Beyonce to come to Cleveland.
We are. Oh, she's gonna come. I know it. She's gonna come and she's gonna pull up.
That's right. Okay, so let me ask you this question. Legacy. And I know legacy is a buzzword everyone loves saying, but it actually means something here. Because unfortunately, we all are going to pass, right?
Yeah.
That's the realness of it all. But the legacy that you leave behind as an individual and as your art are two different things. What legacy do you want for Lacy and for your art?
It's two different things?
Yeah, I mean, because I feel like, and you tell me this, because your art might be essentially who you are, right? So that being said, what do you want the legacy to be for that though? Like when they think about you and they think about your artwork, what do you want people to remember remember her for?
I would say I would want to be remembered for like really just trusting in myself and my own abilities and just doing it. Like, not to be, cliche, but like you literally have to. I don't want to say it to be kind of like crazy, but you really gotta believe. You gotta believe every single day that it's gonna be better, even when it don't feel better.
Yeah.
But it's just like really trusting and believing in yourself, believing in like your community, believing in your craft, believing in your intention. I would want that to be my legacy.
That's great legacy.
That's amazing legacy.
Absolutely. And like I believe you are a trailblazer in what you do now. Like, you are a blazing trail. It's only up from here. So no problem. Okay. You've been dropping these gems. Me and my kid both be like,
Right, we be eating.
We be like,
eating. You know we love food too,
yeah,
so we're right there with you.
Absolutely.
Oh, soul food.
And I feel like any great interview should have takeaways, right? I feel like that's the mark of any great interview. What do you feel like are 3 takeaways you would love for someone to take away from the interview tonight? We got y'all. We all went out of her. We know we got our job now.
Yes.
I would say the first takeaway is to just trust in yourself. Just go for it. Just like, for real, you go. You got one life. That's what they say.
YOLO.
It's like you got one life. Why not use it to do the things that you want to do? Like, it's like instead of living in fear doesn't exist until you say it does. So say it doesn't exist and go after it.
Wow.
Because one of the things, like, so for me, when it came to like singing like out loud in public, I was terrified. Yeah, I haven't seen to myself in years. And to do it in public, I was like, oh man, I don't know. What if it ain't good? And then I was like, I don't want to look back when I'm 45. I was like, oh damn, I wish I would have sung live. So I was like, I'm gonna do it. Whatever happens, happens.
There we go.
Wow, and look at what's happening.
Yeah. So I'll be, yeah.
So low, we can't hear you.
Stop. I was about to say something, but you know what?
Can we not?
Yeah, let's not in front of company like that. But let's not.
Family.
I'm about to say Lacy gang now. She's part of the luxurious alumni of the public experience. Now we have a fantastic alumni. Shout out to everyone who's been on. Shout out to Lacy for coming on today. And I feel like it's the most important question of them all. Where can people learn more about you? Where can they purchase your art? Where can they hear your singing? Where can they get more Lacy? Where can they get that at?
Yeah. So you can follow me on the Instagram.
On the Instagram. Okay. I know Lacy was
45.
Right. You came out. The Instagram.
My name on there is Lacer. It's LACE and it's 4 R's. You can support my art store at Talley Marks & Co. And that's TALLEYMARXXANDCO.com. And if you want to check out my work, it's at LacyTalley.com. And yeah, my TikTok, same thing, Lacy_.
And we are going to put those in the show notes
Yes,
below.
all
So
you
make
Lacy
sure
people.
y'all pull up on the girl Lacy because you're going to love it.
Yes.
I did. I still do.
Lazy people's right there. You watching this? Boom, right there. We just can't thank you enough, Lacy. We appreciate you. This is well worth the wait.
Yeah, 6 months.
Thank you for your patience.
Thank you for your
It
patience.
was not personal.
Yes, no.
Yeah, we wanted you on this.
Yeah, I definitely.
Specifically, yeah. He made sure. He was like, no, we're
Absolutely.
She's like, yeah.
So what we got? We have some bills, right? One of
Okay,
those
let's
bills.
pay some bills. What we got coming up?
We have, guys, if you have not got a ticket yet, guys, the Pink and Black Honors. You want to talk about Black excellence in the city of Cleveland. We're talking about entrepreneurs. We're talking about creators. We're talking about innovators in our city who are being honored that like you and I, you have to be there. June 22nd, 2024, we will be at Severance Hall, and get a ticket because they're going fast.
Yes. Also, while we're here on the Pink and Black Honors, my bro is a semi-finalist for Entrepreneur of the Year. So what you want to do is go to pinkandblackhonors.com. Again, that's pinkandblackhonors.com. You're going to put in A-N-D, not the ampersand. Go there. Go down to the second link. You're going to click there to vote. Voting ends May 17th, so please hurry up. Just do it now so you don't forget. I'll have that in the description below as well. Either way, go vote for all these amazing people because we got some dope entrepreneurs and creatives in our city, community change agents. They're just amazing people in Cleveland. And the fact that we are all supporting one another. But once y'all get down to Entrepreneur of the Year, the first one that you're going to see is Brandon Gates of the Pull Up Experience. Do not mess this up, people, because I will be watching. Make sure you guys vote for my bro. Put it in, y'all. It only takes a couple seconds, a couple minutes, 2 minutes specifically. I know because I tried it. And I tried to do it twice and they wouldn't let me. So please go and do it yourselves. Please go vote, go vote, go vote. Pull up to the vote and polls, the virtual vote and polls. Go vote for Brandon Gates of the Pull Up Experience for Entrepreneur of the Year. Because as y'all know, we are on episode 213. That means consistency is key. And nobody has been more consistent and disciplined when it comes to just moving around in Cleveland than my bro, Entrepreneur of the Year. I'm claiming it early, Mr. Brandon Gates.
I owe her a lot of money for this guy.
Yes,
so,
he
y'all.
does. I'm glad I got that on camera. Next, you guys, we have to make sure that we continue to support one another. So again, we talked about Lacy. We talked about all the amazing things that she's doing. Pull up on her, come and see her. She does classes. She's selling stuff. You can go to her website. Just put her in the first name, last name.com and go support. You can also go to Lacer on Instagram. Not here. We have Brittany of Beauty Toe. Y'all make sure y'all keep Brittany in your thoughts, prayers, and well wishes. Make sure you guys support her podcast, Beauty Toad, if you guys support us. She's talking about all things business, relationship, finance, and helping you to navigate those pathways so you don't make the same mistakes that we all made, right? We try to make it easier for you. The Pull Up Experience, of course, we definitely never want to cut corners when it comes to introducing dope people to other dope people, even if we just holding up a mirror introducing you to yourself. So there are so many great things and great people around the city, and we always wanted to make sure we shine a light on that. Speaking of shine a light, I want you guys to look through the lens of the one and only Alien Eyes. His
Steve!
photography, videography are out of this world. If you have anything coming up, whether it is an event, a day in the life, you just need really just a dope entrepreneur creative soundtrack even. This is the man you want to hit up. Steve is the one. Alien Eyes, out of this world. The best in the galaxy. Make sure y'all pull up on him. On top of that, we got our girl Lady B. She absolutely helps in every other facet of entrepreneurship and making sure that she is keeping the lens on us, hearing us, and making sure she's curating with Alien Eyes, one of the best platforms.
The best duo ever.
Experience they are. I love them. They're super dynamic as individuals and as professionals. We also have Sam from Kirby Confidence. Y'all make sure if you need any event hosting, somebody just raw for real, y'all can come and talk to her. She'll always be around. Y'all see the blue walls. We're at 2U Wines. Come and pull up. 4425 Mayfield Road, Southeast Ohio, 44121. I'm telling you, 14% it'll get you there every time.
Every single time.
Woo! It's the best. I like the Beneficial Bay Cabernet. It has the black top. Just save me one on the shelf when you come. They got the wine slushies. Patios are open. We outside this year, y'all. We also have the SIP coming, y'all. The SIP is on its way. September 2024. I'm 2 years behind. Man, that's what it do to you. I'm telling you right now. Make sure you are there. So we have a full-fledged wine experience. It's a festival. We're going to be outside. We have creators, we have vendors, we have opening acts, we have closing acts, we have food. Obviously, we got 2U Wines, and we got Pull Up Experience. Make sure y'all come and see us in person so we can tell you how awesome you are in person. We got me, Beneficial Bay. If you need to get your life and business right, I'm going to tell you, be able to take tough skin, because I'm going to tell you the truth. For sure, I'm going to let you have it, though, when it comes to targeted list building and continue to grow your community in a way that fits both of you guys, because we want to make sure that it's mutually beneficial for everybody. And yes, Bay, it's just business assistance for entrepreneurs. I know y'all, but that's my boo thing. That's where I'm at with it. There's so many other people who we could thank, but I would be remiss if I did not end it off with you all. When it comes to viewership, subscribership, support. You guys do what needs to be done every single week. And thank y'all for hanging in there with us as we work through it all.
Absolutely.
The likes, the shares, the subscribers, the reposts, the word of mouth, the events, pulling up in these great spaces, right? These are some things that you guys embody, and it's a testament to your awesomeness. So thank you. We couldn't thank you guys enough. Did I miss anything? Yes, I did.
What we missed?
June 9th.
Yeah.
Let's talk about it. So we're going to be out because y'all know I love the podcast, but I enjoy the events. It's nothing like being in a room full of awesome people. You have these great conversations, and as much as I talk, I love to listen sometimes. But what we got? A panel discussion based on business and relationships. Now we got people from all different walks of life in this little thing. We got the singles, we got the super singles, we got the situationships.
Don't say it like that.
Hey, we need everybody's perspective to make it a great conversation. But more importantly, y'all know we specialize in conversations about elevation. So please come out. It's going to be a fun time. It's going to be a great time. But also,
the 9th.
June 9th, it will be at the 4 Bistro. That's 4450 Mayfield Road. Shout out to Rhonda and the team. Make sure y'all come pull up. It's going to be a Sunday. So right after we get done, we'll also have our karaoke, y'all. And y'all know, Brandon can't sing. So we're going to make sure that y'all show up so that he don't have to get on the mic. This the only mic we need for you, bro. Other than that, please sign up and show up. And if you didn't sign up, show up. You can sign up when you get there. What I need for you to do is be in the room because I can introduce you all day. And it's one thing to look behind the screen. It's a whole other thing to be ingratiated in the atmosphere. And if you want the introductions to be able to propel your life or even your lifestyle, get in the right room. And I think we're pretty good at making those right rooms. Right?
Hey, listen, it's what we do best.
Yeah, it is. So,
and podcasting.
I think I'm done. I done juiced up on my little win, y'all. I'm done talking.
No, we good. So listen, guys, this is episode 213. Like you said, we're going to thank you guys once again. We want to thank Lacy.
Yes, Lacy. Thank you for coming through and being you.
Yeah, absolutely.
Oh, you're so amazing.
Absolutely. Guys, and we will see you guys next time, all right?
Bye.
Peace.
Ooh.